Have you ever sat in the silence waiting for healing to arrive? You've done the work, you've read the books, you've faced the shadows, and yet nothing. The world outside keeps spinning, but inside, it feels like a vast, unchanging stillness. You ask yourself, am I even getting better? Or am I just stuck in the quiet hum of the in-between? It's a lonely feeling, isn't it? This sense that you're suspended in time, watching for a sign that something, anything, is shifting. You look for grand revelations, for that cinematic moment where the clouds part and the light floods in. But what if healing isn't a lightning strike? What if it's more like the slow, imperceptible growth of a tree in a quiet forest? You don't see the roots deepening day by day. You don't witness the millimeter by millimeter reach toward the sun. You only notice its strength when the winds come and it stands firm. Perhaps your healing is just like that. It's happening in the roots, in the unseen places. It's in the way you breathe a little deeper today than you did last year. It's in the difficult conversation you had, even if your voice trembled. It's in the moment you chose rest instead of pushing through exhaustion. These aren't loud victories. They're quiet acts of becoming. They don't announce themselves with trumpets. They settle into your bones like a gentle warmth. We are so often taught to measure progress by what we can see and quantify. But the deepest transformations are often invisible. Think of winter. On the surface, the earth looks barren, asleep, almost dead. But beneath the frozen soil, life is gathering its strength. Seeds are preparing, roots are conserving energy, and the entire ecosystem is in a state of profound, necessary rest before the explosion of spring. What if this period, where it feels like nothing is happening, is your winter? A sacred pause, not an empty void. It is the quiet gestation of the person you are becoming. You might feel restless in this stillness, wondering why you can't just feel the change. But isn't it true that we can't feel the earth spinning? We only know it does because the sun rises and sets. Your healing might be just as constant, just as fundamental. It's the new baseline you're slowly, unconsciously setting for yourself. The old chaos no longer feels normal. The old pain, when it echoes, sounds more distant. That, right there, is the proof. The proof isn't in a sudden feeling of joy, but in the subtle raising of your own watermark of peace. Sometimes we believe that to heal a wound, you must constantly be touching it, examining it, poking it to see if it still hurts. But healing often happens when we give the wound air, when we allow it to simply be. It's like a sky clearing after a storm. You don't force the clouds to move, you just wait, and with time the blue begins to peek through bit by bit. Your awareness is the sky, and your thoughts and pains are the clouds. They will pass. The vast, clear expanse of you is always there, waiting. The mind loves to create stories of drama and breakthrough. It wants a narrative with a clear beginning, a climactic battle, and a triumphant end. But the soul's journey is rarely so linear. It's a spiral. You will revisit old feelings, old places, but you will do so from a higher ground. You might see the same old valley of sorrow, but this time you have a wider perspective. You can see the path that leads out of it. You're not stuck. You're simply seeing the landscape of your past from a new, more elevated vantage point. That is progress. So when you sit in the quiet and think that nothing is happening, could you offer yourself a different thought? Could you consider that this quiet is the sound of your inner world knitting itself back together? It's the sound of resilience being woven into your spirit. It is the sound of deep cellular repair. It is not emptiness. It is spaciousness. And in that space, new things can finally begin to grow, not loudly, but gently, like moss on a stone. There's a profound intelligence in this process, one that doesn't need your constant supervision. You've planted the seeds, you've watered the ground with your tears and your intention. Now, part of the work is to trust the process, trust the silence, trust that even when you can't see it, a quiet, powerful force is at work within you, guiding you back to wholeness. The most sacred work is often done in the dark, in the quiet, in the moments we mistake for nothing. So breathe into this moment, this nothing that you're feeling. It is the fertile ground of your future self. It is peace disguised as stillness. It is strength disguised as quiet. You're not stuck. You're not failing. You are, in the most profound and gentle way, healing. And it is happening right now. Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If this resonated, perhaps consider subscribing and joining our little community. Be well.